Hello, everyone. This is Bimbo Barbarella, and this is the College of Knowledge, the Credence Clearwater Revival Show. It is March 26th at 8:30. Kind of got a little late start today. Sorry about that. Had the problems. I had to go out and chase my cat in the dark. So, let me get my two friends up here. And we can start the show. Like I said, it's Credence Clearwater Revival. And we're going to be doing our 12 favorite songs by this band that's actually put out several albums, but they were only together for 5 years. So, let me go and see where my friends are, and we will start as soon as we can. Hello, Miss Addie. Let me put the link in here. Yeah, Misfit was giving me the runaround, and then it was dark, and the cat just likes being chased. That's it. And then the cat comes in and eats, and then sometimes hides, and other times she'll come up on my desk and interrupt me. So let's see where we are. Addie says, I beat the shit out of my cats with cardboard. Yeah. Yeah. And that's good, because cardboard really won't hurt them. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, but, Misfit, she'll just stand there and, like I said, she actually likes me when I chase her around, and she'll stand there and go, and then look at me, and then run away. Stop, look at me, run away. Oh, and looks like you have Chris and Miss Wally Gator there.
Ready for some swamp rock.
Swamp rock. Now, where did you get that alligator hat? That's awesome. Oh, you can find... Oh, see, but now here in Florida, they're like $1.50 stores.
Oh, yeah, because of the inflation.
Right. Right. So,
Yeah, I thought I had a corn mask, and that's why I was looking for it. And I was like, I don't have a gator hat. Even better.
I don't have any kind of goofy things like a gator hat, and I'm always, the one wearing goofy things. But not tonight. Well, I guess I am out goofed tonight.
Well, you have seminal stuff, though.
Yeah. So. Oh, so I hope we are all prepared for the band whose original name was the Blue Velvets. Here's Mark coming up. Hello, Mark. How are you, sir?
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
You ready for your 12 Credence Clearwater revivals?
I most surely
and here's
do.
Miss Addie.
I most surely do.
Okay, Miss Addie, and do you want to participate? Can you come up with 12 Credence Clearwater Revival songs?
I actually have 16.
16? Well, you can only do 12. Actually, I actually could have done more than 12 as well, but at the so okay.
Easily. They have so many hits.
Oh yeah, and like I said, they really did not release that many albums, and I think it was 1969 they released 3 albums in 1 year. Oh, Chris, and so how many albums? Did they have?
7 studio albums.
7. Well, the last one was Mardi Gras, and John Fogerty wasn't on that one.
He sang on it, but he later kind of disavowed the album.
Yeah, right. Right.
A lot of tensions in the band, and that was kind of the swan song for the.
Right.
Okay.
And like I said, the original name of the band was the Blue Velvets, and then they became the Gollywogs, and then they became Credence Clearwater Revival. Hello, Mr. Bopak. So, let us see. We will go.
You go, Buck.
We will go around the horn here.
All right.
You're gonna
Well, everybody needs because we're getting echoes.
Oh, here, let me put these goofy cat ears on. All right, so I guess I do have some kind of goofy thing to wear.
you'd be a swamp cat.
Hold on. Let me see if I can make them light.
Did Nutria have ears like that?
Here, see? And they even light.
There we go.
How's Jennifer and Chris tonight?
We're doing all right.
Okay.
Yeah, you got grab your earbuds.
You have earbuds, Mark?
Is it gone?
Do I have an echo on my end, or somebody's got an echo?
I think it was me.
Well, let's see.
Oh,
You,
okay.
Addie. You're better now, Mark. How about Addie?
Patty, do you have headphones
Sound
on?
check?
Yeah, I have headphones.
Oh, you're doing good.
Okay.
Everything sounds better
Yeah,
now.
I think we got the echo thing cleared out.
Okay, so we are going to go in this order. Hold on. Okay, we're going to have Mark lead us off.
Okay.
Addie is number 2. Chris is number 3. The Historian is number 4. And the Dean of the whole shoot and bang is going to go last. So, Mark, lead us off if you will.
All right, my 12th pick, and its name is Midnight Special.
Okay. And what album is that from, Chris? Mark. Any idea?
I'm not sure.
That is from, I believe that's from
I know-
Cosmic Factory.
No, it's from Willie and the Poor Boys.
Sorry,
Yeah.
yes.
Great song.
Good song. Okay, Miss Addie, you're number 12, dear.
Long as I can see the light.
Okay.
I love that song.
Yes.
That's a great deeper cut too. What drew you to that song?
I don't
Yeah.
know what album. It reminds me of a time in my life where I was in a place. That's how I pick music.
Right.
That's
Good.
how I pick music a lot of times too. In fact, he was picked on that.
Oh, hello, Miss Rita. How are you, dear? Okay, Chris, you're number 12, sir.
My number 12 is the last song on their last album, Sweet Hitchhiker. It's a good rockin' tune. It's a little different too. It's one of the more sexually explicit CCR
And
songs.
okay, and you have that as number 12?
Yeah.
Because I also have that on my list, but it's a little bit higher.
Mhm. How about you, Jen?
Excellent choice.
My number 12 is, I just closed it out. Hey, I numbered them this time and I don't have any duplicates. My number 12 is Ramble Tramble.
Now, that's a deep cut.
Yeah, it is. But it's a good deep cut.
Yes. And what album is that from there, Historian?
That's from Cosmos Factory.
Cosmo Factory created so many songs
Oh, yeah,
on that
yeah.
album.
Yeah, and like I said, well, that was the year that they put out 3 albums in 1 year. And now some bands go 5 years between albums. They put out 3 in 1 year.
Wow, that's
it's
working.
awesome.
Okay, my number 12 is a one of the few cover songs they did by Screaming Jay Hawkins called "I Put a Spell on You."
That's a great cover. I mean,
And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the way John Fogerty sings in that song is incredible.
mhm,
and that's actually from their first album.
yep.
Okay, Mark, you're number 11.
Um, in our group of people when we were teenagers, there was this girl named Lorraine, and anytime this song would come on, we would sing it out loud to her. This song is called "Have You Ever Seen the Rain?"
Bada bing.
Oh yeah, bada bing.
Sing songs about a name.
So, have you ever seen Lorraine? Okay, and that's
True
what I'm
story.
and that's what I'm putting down in my notepad book. Have you ever seen Lorraine?
So whatever happened to Lorraine, do you know?
Okay, Addie, you're number 11, honey.
I
Is cotton.
Yeah, I do. I saw her recently.
Wait.
Long story though. I won't get into it.
Okay, good.
Okay, Hattie, we'll go back to you.
You're number 11,
Cotton fields.
Cottonfield.
Very good.
I love that song. I was singing it in the shower the other day. I do love old, like, gospel stuff.
Me too.
Call and response and all that good stuff.
It just
Mm.
moves your soul to hear
It
that.
does. It's comforting.
Yep.
Sort of like an enema.
Exactly. Flushes you out.
Oh, okay, Chris, you're number 11.
Well, my number 11 is Have You Ever Seen the Rain?
Oh, the rain.
The
Okay.
Rain.
Ah,
I saw
Another good
Pendulum. This one. Yeah, another one of their later efforts, but
And what album
I
is that
just-
from, Chris?
Pendulum. Second to the last
Mhm.
studio album.
And believe it or not, I have no songs on my list from Pendulum.
Hmm.
I don't know why, but I don't.
Well, the last album in particular was not up to the same standard
No,
as the
no, it
previous.
wasn't.
But,
No, it wasn't.
the tensions in the band between John and Tom just were coming to a head, and then they had to part ways.
Okay, Jen, you're number
Oh.
11.
My number 11 is Run Through the Jungle. And I bet that saved some guy's life. It probably gave them stamina and momentum to keep running.
So
Yeah,
what?
well, it could have been a reference to Vietnam too. You know,
It was.
Vietnam War. Yeah.
And they were probably running away from your hat.
I love that hat.
So do I. And I'm usually one wearing goofy things, but not tonight. I'm out goofed.
Hey,
Mine.
no, I got you on the colonoscopy, right? No, I got you on the colonoscopy because I wore the Batman. Do.
Right.
Yeah.
My number 11 is Keep On Chuglin. Juglin, however you pronounce it.
Children.
Yeah, that song has a great sense of movement. You really feel like you're just chugging along with the beat,
Yeah.
and you kind of
Yeah.
puts you there.
Yeah, and now to me, that is the epitome of their swamp music.
Mhm.
And Carlos, I'm sorry, I don't think Credence Clearwater did The Last Train to Clarksville. Not unless Clarksville is located somewhere in the Mississippi Delta, which I don't think it is.
Didn't the Monkeys do last?
Yes.
Train to Clarksville?
Yeah, yes, yes.
But it was a great song.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Okay, Mark, you're number 10.
it's too bad CCR didn't do Last Train to Clarksville.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
number
They-
Agree, Mark.
I'm sure the version.
You
would
know,
have
it
been
got
more
to a
soulful.
certain point on this countdown that these guys had so many great hits that I equally liked them all, you know? So it was
Yeah.
tough around here. My number 10 pick was Born on the Bayou.
Okay, very good
Great
choice.
song.
Excellent song. Really, with between the guitar work and the drum shuffle, really gives you that feel of down home Louisiana or Mississippi in the Delta where they were.
And so, what
Swamp
album is that
Music.
from, Mark? Mark, and so what album is that from?
Again, I didn't jot the album
Oh,
on
okay.
any
Well,
of these.
let
I
the
will next
oh,
time.
okay.
I
Well, let the
apologize.
historian tell you. Oh, no, that's fine.
Yeah, it's on Bayou Country, 1969.
Yes, and give the host and give the historian something to do.
Yes.
Okay, Addie, you're number
Thank
10.
you.
The
You're
Midnight Special.
Midnight Special. And
Classic.
Mark,
CCR has special meaning for me. Because, yeah, a lot of their songs are from Vietnam. I was 17 years old when I joined the military in 77. And as a female, I was an experiment for the government. And I I could tell stories.
I
I
bet you can.
Yup. And it was just a wild, crazy time to
Mhm.
be with people who had been in Vietnam, and here I am, a young kid with them people serving. It
Mhm.
just was. I love CCR.
yes,
It's
yes.
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to rate their songs in
Oh,
order.
yeah.
I know. That's why you can't have 16. You can only
Sure.
have 12.
But I break the rules.
Well, then I'll tell you what. When we're all done, we'll do honorable mentions, and then you can mention the 4 that you left off.
Okay,
There you go.
Okay,
cool.
Chris, you're number 10.
My number 10 is going to be Up Around the Bend off of Cosmos Factory.
Mhm.
I just like the up tempo push of the song. It's and again, you feel like you're going up around the bend. I mean, it's
hmm
nothing.
And one
Great
thing
vibe.
that I liked about CCR is when they sang their songs, you actually got the feeling that you were like watching like a little movie with their music. That's how I
It's a
always.
vignette, yeah. You were put in a place and time, and you saw
Right.
the characters.
They played
Right.
from the heart. There was
Yes.
no
Mhm.
bullshit, technology. I'm like, it was real musicians. I don't know.
Yeah,
I,
no, oh no, honey, and you're absolutely right. Okay, Miss Historian, you're 10.
The nighttime is the right time.
What is that from?
Off of Green River. Now,
Huh?
yeah, Nappy Brown wrote it and performed it, but I mean, so many people covered it. Of course, probably the most famous cover besides CCR would be uh, Ray Charles.
Ray Charles, yeah.
And then they did that, they actually used the Ray Charles version in the Cosby Show.
And you know who else did that song? The Jay Giles Band.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so many people have covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Jay
Yes.
Giles, Love
Yeah.
Stinks, one of my
Yes. Oh,
favorites.
yeah. And this is a completely off-topic thing, but that video is so good.
Yeah. And great harmonica from
Yes.
Ray Giles. Yeah.
And do you know what the harmonica guy's name was?
I should know.
Magic Dick. That's what he called himself.
See, I told you I should know that.
My number 10. Now, this is a deep cut. Deep, 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 deep. I don't think anybody else is even going to say it. Called Sinister Purpose.
Yeah, that kind of caught my eye
Ooh.
and my ear. It's very deep. I mean, that it had the deep bass, didn't it?
Yes.
On the guitar string. He
Yes.
hit the bass
Yes, it did.
string.
And
Yeah.
Sinister Purpose comes off the Green River album.
Yeah.
Okay. Mark, you're number 9.
My number 9 choice is Do 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 Looking Out My Back Door.
At least you're not peeing out your back door like most men do.
Addie, and did you see the side
No.
chat where Addie, and did you see the side chat when Bopak says that you're a government experiment?
Yeah, and I blew my cover, and now I gotta go hide again.
Hey, well, we're all in there with you because, we're vaccinated.
We're all hiding.
We're all vaccinated, so we're all part of the government conspiracy.
Thank you.
And so, what are you really like? One of those Men in Black or something?
I cannot say.
Okay.
She told you she'd have to kill you.
Well, you know what? I got nothing else going on, so.
Hey, we're all dead at this point, I guess. Thanks, Bopop.
So what
Addie,
did
your
you
number.
guys-
What? What, Mark? Oh, I
What
thought
did
were
you
gonna
think
say
of my number 9 choice? Looking out my back door. Is
Love it.
Great song.
that or what do you guys think?
And
Yeah.
I
Well,
have
what
it
thought
on
so.
my list a little higher up,
and
but that is a great song.
There's a
yeah,
good
and
video
that's like
of
a
what
radio.
you do.
Yeah, and that's like a radio staple. You hear that, 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh, do you?
Addie, yeah. What, Mark?
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Okay, Addie, you're number 9.
Run Through the Jungle.
Yeah, and Miss Jen had that as number 11.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to go to the dollar store
Excellent
and get a
song.
hat too, like that.
Except for I want a different kind of animal hat.
What kind of animal hat do you want?
I want a bear hat. I'm a
Oh.
mama bear.
Be
I'm
quite
singing
striking.
You never
If-
know what they have there.
If I was gonna wear a hat, I'd get like a honey badger hat.
Oh, honey badgers.
Because honey badgers don't count.
Fierce.
Them and Wolverines. You
I
know,
get a pernicious knit.
a vermicious canid, yeah,
Yeah.
but
I actually made a hat.
I'm partial to the raccoon hat.
Those are snappy.
I actually made a bear hat for someone in Alabama and sent them that hat
Over in Alabama, Stan.
because we were on a camp watching bears together.
Oh, that's funny.
Found a connection and it was very cool.
That's cute.
and Bopak said in the chat that CCR is one of those bands that magically resist being overplayed on the radio problem. Yeah, they do play them a lot, but it's one of those bands that's as many times as you've heard the song, you're not going to turn it off.
Well, I think too, their songs are so short.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They crafted pop songs, and they had a certain sound, and
Yeah.
they kind of stuck with it in a lot
Yeah.
of ways. But
Yeah,
very
and
catchy.
yeah, because and you can tell whenever a DJ has to go to the bathroom or go get some lunch, they're playing, like the 16-minute version of Freebird.
Or Inagata Davida.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, the extra extended edition.
Now, if it's
That's
an
like 3
overnight
albums.
Overnight DJ who wants to sleep, they'll put on all 4 sides of Yes's Tales of Topographic Oceans.
Yeah, which is what, 4 songs?
Yep. That's like 80, 90 minutes.
Right.
Well, also, if you do the full version of Jethro Tull's Thick as a Brick,
Right.
that just goes on and on and on.
Okay,
Good music, though.
Chris, you're number 9.
That I can listen to though.
Oh yeah,
It's great stuff, yeah.
yes.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
I
of
think
long,
it's a brick.
speaking of longer songs, Susie Q,
Oh yeah.
off of Creedence Clearwater Revival's first album.
Yeah.
It just hits the groove and you just jam to it. It's that was one of
I
their early
yeah.
songs, even before they got their record contract. That
Right.
was-
and I have that on my list, but that's a tad higher. But
okay.
and Jen, you're number 9.
Born on the Bayou.
Born on the Bayou, and that's a kind of long song too.
Mhm.
It's longer for them. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent choice.
Thank you, Mark.
Yes, thank you, Mark.
A little higher than yours, but yeah. It is.
My number 9 is
Yeah, mine.
I'll give you a hint. They were stuck somewhere. Stuck in where?
Lodi, perhaps?
Yes,
Lodi.
very good.
Oh, I
Again.
Stuck in Lodi again.
Oh my gosh. Someplace you don't want to be stuck.
At least he wasn't stuck in down in Mobile with the Memphis Blues again. That was
Yeah.
Bob Dylan.
Oh, and I could probably do a show about my 10 favorite Bob Dylan songs. I like him. I like his music. I like his lyrics. But sometimes that voice just, oh my God, it's like,
Mine
driving
is
a
the
pencil.
love
It's
you.
like driving a pencil into my ear.
It was fertile ground for covers. I mean, I
Oh,
don't know
yeah.
if there's a single song or songwriter that's been covered more often than Dylan.
Yeah, that's true.
Great writer.
Dylan actually wrote one of my favorite songs that Jimi Hendrix sang.
Well, all along
All
the
along
Watchtower.
Yup,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love that song.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Tangled Up in Blues. Tangled Up in
Covered
Blues
by
is a
many.
wonderful song.
Yeah. And
Straight Right did a
also,
cover of
and
that.
also, U2 also covered All Along the Watchtower on Rattle and Hum.
Mhm.
Okay, so back to CCR. Mark, you're number 8.
My number 8 is Up and Around the Bend.
Yep.
Okay,
Really good
because
song.
Good song.
I
Chris had
particularly
that.
I had
enjoy
that
that
was my number 10, so you rank that a little higher.
Didn't
Yeah.
make it on my list, but
It's not on my
Yeah.
list either.
You're
It's
going to
not on my
omit
list
good
either.
songs
Yeah.
uh, because they had so many great pop songs that were hits. A fun fact, they never hit a number one song in the U.S.
This is
They
very
got
true.
off because they got several number twos, but there's
Yep.
always some other song that was just stuck up there that wouldn't let it
they actually
go.
got 5 number 2s and were the most band that ever did not get a number 1 song.
Well,
They're like the Susan Lucci of rock and roll bands.
I
It's
was
so
going to
close.
ask if anybody knew that, but I think we all did. So.
Mhm.
No, but that's good. See, now this is the kind of information that you will only find on the College of Knowledge. Addie, you're number 8.
Keep on chugging. I
Yeah.
remember I saw the video from Woodstock 69. I actually was in Bethel, New York in 1994 when
Oh.
it was just so different from the Socrates paid 25th anniversary. It was very cool. I hated Melanie for singing that goddamn song about a roller skate every night. But
I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got
I
a
got
brand new
one.
key. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? We could do a show about Melanie, and it would last one song. That would
Or
be it.
Tiffany.
Well, we could do this. It'd be cool to do like a Super Sounds of the '70s show, and we pick the corniest, cheesiest song, like "Me and You and a Dog Named Boo" by Lobo.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Undercover Angel.
Yeah.
Chevy Van. There's so
Or
many
um,
my
or
mama plays
Convoy,
accordion.
right? Or Convoy.
Convoy.
The what worse than Convoy was the Teddy Bear trucker song.
I don't remember
10-4 Teddy Bear. You
How
don't
about
remember
Kung
that? It's
Fu
a kid
Fighting?
dying of cancer.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah, that's another
mother
great one.
loved that song, Kung Fu Fighting.
Very much
I
of
will
its time.
stand by that song forever.
Well, the name of the album that Kung Fu Fighting was on.
and wasn't it by Carl Douglas, I believe, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it was on the
Yeah.
one of them.
Addie, can you turn up your volume a little bit because Miss CCP says that your mic is low.
Is this better?
Speak
And
up
then
just
there
a
was
little
Chuck
louder.
Berry's My Ding-a-Ling.
Yeah.
I am
Or the
very
Telephone Man.
soft-spoken.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've been told all the time that I am hard to hear, which is a good thing in
True.
reality.
True. True. Okay, Chris, you're number 8.
My number 8's already been mentioned. Who'll Stop the Rain?
Okay.
And that's another great song. But I get Have You Seen the Rain and Who'll Stop the Rain? I get the lyrics of one song and think it's the title of the other. But
I
another
know.
great song.
And
too.
okay, and Miss Computer Check, on the right panel, what is your favorite Credence Clearwater song? See if she's listening.
Well, maybe she'll chime in here in the chat here in a bit.
Okay. And so, Jen, you're number 8.
My number 8 is Green River off Green River.
Great opening riff on that song.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have that too, but that's a little bit higher. My number 8 has already been mentioned, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q.
Awesome.
Now, I did have some notes on Green River. You know, Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress was pretty much stolen.
From the Holly.
Yeah,
By the
yeah.
Hollies.
John Fogerty kind of got creative.
He got
in
half
his,
the
right.
No,
Yeah.
he wrote it. They copied him.
Yeah, okay.
So John
Okay.
Fogerty got half the revenue.
Oh,
Okay, so CCP says her favorite song is Fortunate Son. Yes.
I think, yeah, that's going to be high on a lot of our lists.
That's going to be, that's high on my list. Okay, so very good. Thank you, CCP. Mark,
Good choice.
you're number 7.
My number 7 choice is a standard rock and roll number, but they put their CCR flavor on it that makes it especially good, and it's called Traveling Band.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a great one.
And I love that song because it is so fast.
Now, he got sued for that song
Yep.
by Little Richard.
Well, it's actually, it
Little
was,
Richard got half the.
I
well,
did not know that.
musically, Traveling Band.
I didn't know that either. I thought
It was described as nearly identical
Good
to the
golly, Miss
Monkees'
Molly.
1967 song "No Time."
No. Was it that one?
Yeah,
Because there were a lot of lawsuits going on between Fogerty and a lot of other bands back and forth.
Yeah.
that would kind of explain how they were able to write the 3 albums in 1 year. They used the clip notes and stole the best ideas from other artists.
There were some guitar parts, and I was like, that's from another song.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I just can't think
Yeah,
of,
right.
so many were like that.
Well, think
I
about
think
this too.
Fogerty refused to play with the band when inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, and that's
A lot of
true.
bad blood.
And who knows okay, and so Mr. Historian, without looking, who can name the 4 guys in the band?
John
Well,
Fogerty.
of course there's John Fogerty. And who else?
Brother Tom.
Right, Tom Fogerty.
The other one. I just don't.
I know them. I mean,
without
I've read them
peeking,
like
I won't- I
10
don't know.
times.
There was Stu Clifford, I think.
Stu
Yeah.
Cook.
Oh, Stu Cook, and somebody named Clifford, right, Addie?
Yep.
Yeah,
Doug
somebody named
Clifford.
Clifford. Doug.
I
Very
copied
good.
and pasted in a notebook.
Oh.
on research.
Hey, and that's why you are now a member of the panel. You're one of the
I'm a
traveling
student.
professors.
Well prepared.
No, actually, you're a professor up there with Mark. So, okay, so where are we? Addie, you're number 7.
My number 7 was Proud Mary.
And nobody's mentioned that yet.
A little higher on my list. That's
And
a
now-
good song.
There's just
Excellent
something
song.
there's just something about that song that annoys me. I don't know what it is. I think because I liked the Ike and Tina Turner version better. I think
I agree.
Oh.
But I do like
Oh.
that they sang it first.
yeah. His name was Stu Sutcliffe. I think, wasn't it, or Stu Cook, or
No, Stu
Addie.
Cook.
Addie said Stu Cook.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stu Sutcliffe played with.
Rolling Stones.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't know
Pete
that.
Best, Pete Best was the original drummer for the Beatles. So
Right.
I was thinking I was getting them confused.
Okay. Okay, Chris. Well, let's have no more confusion. You're number 7.
That's going to be his cover of "I Heard It Through the Grapevine."
Oh yeah.
Again, even when
Oh.
CCR covered a song, they made it their own. So,
Yes, they did. They did.
You know,
Yep. It's that
Marvin
John
Gaye
Fogerty
did a
voice.
great
Right. Yeah.
song
Oh,
of that also.
yeah. Because Marvin Gaye did it, and Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Yep.
Hmm.
It was a great song.
And their version is long, though. What's it, like 11 minutes or something?
Hmm. Yeah, 11,
Yeah.
12 minutes. I mean, it was
Okay,
the jam
Jen. Yeah.
version. Yep.
Jen, and you're number 7.
I put a spell on you.
And yes.
Because, yeah, Screaming Jay Hawkins, and so many covered that song as well. But,
And
I like
yeah.
that old stuff. So
And
there's a version on YouTube from Angelina Jordan. She's a kid. I think she was maybe 10 when she recorded it. It's a very interesting version.
Wow.
And Marilyn Manson's also done a cover version of that.
Yes, yes, yes.
On their "Smells Like Children"
Yeah,
EP.
but check out this Angelina Jordan. She was a kid when she recorded it. I don't know how she hit those those low notes, as young as she was.
Okay, so my number 7 is pre-mentioned "Born on the Bayou."
Right. Very
See,
good.
that's why I like going last, because you guys say all the stuff, and I just have to say, "Oh, well, this is mine." So that's why I always volunteer to go last.
Well, that and you get the last word, so that's that has a value too.
Okay, Mark, you're number 6.
Excuse me. Long as I can see the light.
And what album is that from?
Pardon me.
I'm trying
Again,
to
I didn't jot down the albums on this.
No, I know. No, I know. I'm asking the
apologize.
historian.
I had that as
Oh.
13.
There,
Right.
well,
But
like
we're
I,
not allowed 13.
no, like I said,
Like I said,
I'll let you do some honorable mentions because you actually did the homework to do 16. So I'm not going to let that information go to waste here. So
Thank you. I'm trying to talk like people can hear me now.
Okay. Yeah. So Bopak says that's on Cosmos Factory.
yeah.
Okay. Addie, you're number 6.
My number 6 was Fortunate Son.
You sound like a you sound like a cement mixer falling off a cliff.
I am. I feel like that.
She sounds like Cookie Monster swallowed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cookie Monster or
Kermit the Frog doing death metal.
Bopak likes it.
So then keep it up. Keep it up.
Don't turn him on.
If you can, if you can, because after a while doing that, honey, your throat might hurt.
Nah,
That's
been
what
there,
she
done
said.
it before.
Well, we don't want to hear any stories about what made your throat hurt.
Nope.
Okay, well, we lost Mr. Mark for a second. I'm sure he'll be back.
We can make some reconnections.
Chris, you're number 6.
My number 6 is Ramble Tramble. I just think that's a really amazing song. It's got a shift in tempo and it has a long instrumental section. A lot of people a lot of critics had a lot of good things to say about that song at the time, but it just kind of it was not destined to become a hit, but it's
No, and it wasn't even released, was it? I don't think so.
it was
I don't even know of that song.
Yeah.
well, it was the
thank you.
first song on Cosmos Factory. I don't know if it was ever released as a single,
Right.
but
Not as a single, but
well,
as a song.
music journalist Stephen Hyde called it the most rockin' song of all time, so he was thrilled with it.
Mhm.
All music critic Stephen Thomas Erlewine described it as a claustrophobic, paranoid rocker whose lengthy instrumental section was dramatic and had a direction, unlike some others. So, yeah, it was kind of I think it had its critical darlings that liked this song, but it's funny when there's just 3 people on panel, we're squished in. I mean, it was like we have to squeeze together, but when there's 4 of us, it goes back to
I know,
live panel,
I know.
so I don't understand that.
Okay, Jen, you're number 6.
My number 6 is Keep On Chugling.
I think everybody's said that, haven't they?
Yeah, it's kind of like my mornings, but slow first
Okay.
and then boogieing
Um,
after that first cup.
yeah, because Mark didn't say it and Chris hasn't said it yet.
Yeah. No, it has great guitar harp and a guitar.
And
Harp
I just
and
like to say
guitar
the
harp.
word. And I just like to say the word Chuglin.
Yes.
Hello,
I think
sweet Jesse.
they were asked what Chudlin meant, and he said, I guess, if you're
Well, keep on
You're-
walking, keep on trudging.
no, like if you're just doing your thing. What do you say? If you're just what's one of the lyrics? If you balling, not
You
balling.
have to look the lyrics up on the song. Let's see, lyrics. Keep on.
I got it. Oh, the lyrics.
I mean,
He
yeah,
said if you got to ball and have a good, you got to ball and have a good time, then you're chewing.
And that's what I call chewing.
Yeah.
So,
okay, my number 6 is Midnight Special.
classic song.
And, okay, Chris, you haven't said that either.
Not yet.
Oh, and Jen hasn't said it. I don't know, Addie, but the more that you're on the panel, you'll sometimes realize that Jennifer, loses track of the numbers because she has trouble counting.
Then she's moderating the.
Or I listen to the same song
Text,
twice
too.
because I liked it that much.
Yes, I don't know where Mr. Mark Kropka is, but
We'll let him catch up when he gets back in.
Sweet Jesse or Bopak, seeing how Mark isn't here, pick one. Or both of you pick one. One of your favorite CCR songs.
Jesse, he's probably going to say one of their older ones or one of their covers.
Or something goofy. Oh, because you know that something coming from Sweet Jesse Slow Motion Scott is not going to be normal.
Yeah.
No offense, but...
Yeah. If there was a doo-wop song, he probably would pick it.
Although some of the
Lodi.
CCR
Okay. No, see, and thank you, Jesse. He did say something normal because that was actually my number 9.
What's for dinner, Jesse? Possum? Roadkill?
I have a recipe book about cooking roadkill.
Yes,
Believe it or
I
not.
know there is one. I know there is one. And I think...
Interesting and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah.
In Kentucky, they do that as a practice. If they hit a deer, they'll generally call somebody and find a family that needs food, and
Yeah.
they're allowed.
Maybe I
to do
should
that.
do that with the 2-headed fish in my pond.
There
Just
you
give them
go.
to people.
There you go. Yeah, well, when I first moved to Florida years ago, they had the walking catfish sideshow.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
So you need to have a 2-headed fish sideshow.
I'm afraid that one of the cats might jump into the little tank and eat it, though.
I actually had a fish pond where it was down a few inches below the ground, and I had goldfish where the cats would not.
No.
dare to
Okay.
get
No.
into.
No, Al. Remember that we did our eyes already.
I know termite, I'd like to meet a big cat.
Yeah.
He just went a little while into my bedroom, and on the top of that one dresser, that clothes basket there, it went into there and is sleeping in there.
Okay, and so that's wonderful. We found out that one of our cats jumped into the clothes basket and is sleeping. Thank you, Al.
Wait hi to Al the cat
Go in the room to
whisperer.
whip me downstairs.
The cat whisperer. Okay, Mark, what was your number 5, my friend?
Lodi.
Lodi,
There we
okay.
go.
Yeah, because, Sweet Jesse Boogaloo Electric Slow Motion Scott said Lodi too.
See, great men think alike.
Yeah.
I really like the song.
Yeah.
It is a good song.
Always have.
All their songs are good.
Yeah. And so Bopak says, I've cleaned a roadkill deer before. Yeah.
Ooh.
And
I've killed a deer on the road before. And got a vehicle totaled.
Oh,
a
yeah.
killer.
Oh yeah, they're heavy. I mean, they'll crush your
dangerous.
windshield in a heartbeat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cop said if
Oh,
it
yeah.
hit 3 inches below me, I would have been dead. It smashed the roof, window, and I was in a pickup truck.
Oh goodness.
Yikes.
Wow.
Okay, Addie, you're number 5, honey.
My number 5 is Born on the Bayou.
Yeah. Good song.
I think everybody has said that so far, haven't they?
Yep, just in different
Yes.
places.
Yeah, right. There was one time, Jen, and I think it was when we did our Steely Dan show, all three of us had the same song at the same exact spot. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
It was the number 7 song, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
What it was.
Oh, I can
What
tell
was
you in
it?
just a second.
Alrighty. Perfect.
It was,
Bimbo and her notes.
yes, it was Reeling in the Years.
Yes.
Oh,
The weekend at the college didn't turn out like you planned. You know,
Right.
great lyrics.
Right. Oh, yeah. Okay, Chris, you're number 5.
My number 5 is off of Green River, Bad Moon Rising. Just a great jam. I mean, I don't know what I could add to that, but
Fine
it's just a
tune.
great radio hit.
And now, and I swear to God, and I'm not making this up, because sometimes I get accused of making stuff up. I don't know why. But I always thought that song,
No.
yeah, shut up. I always thought that song was about werewolves.
Well, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, a Bad Moon Rise. I mean, werewolf.
Wasn't it in that movie,
It was in the Jack Nicholson movie Wolf.
Werewolf in London?
No.
That's where I saw it, yes.
Okay, the movie you're thinking of is American Werewolf in London. Oh, the song Werewolves of London is by Warren Zevon.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Jen,
okay.
you're number
I
5.
thought Bad Moon Rising.
My number 5 is Don't Look Now, It Ain't You and Me. So I think that reformed a lot of the hippies at the time.
And what's the name of the song? What's the name of the
Don't
song?
Look Now, It Ain't You and Me. It was basically about.
What is that on?
So
No, I do
basically,
not know.
It was off of Willie and the Poor Boys.
Oh,
So basically,
yeah.
It was a song about. It's really easy saying, it's really easy to point your finger and knock something, but to get in there, roll up your sleeves and do the hard work and change. These are the real leaders of the world. Because the hippies complained about everything, but they weren't willing to get in there and change anything. So, maybe you slap some boomers around and straighten them out.
And
Here we are.
slap
And-
the shit out of them.
And so Bopak and Addie both said that reeling in the years makes them feel sad.
Yeah, because we have.
Okay,
Well,
my-
we've had relationships that hadn't worked out, and then the loss of, you look back over time and missed opportunities, and so yeah, I mean it's kind of tapping into all that.
And now my number 5 is one that nobody has mentioned yet, and I'm actually surprised because it's a very cool deep cut called "It Came Out of the Sky."
Which album was that off of?
See, I'm not surprised.
That's from Poor Boys. Oh, that's from Willie and the Poor Boys.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you would have that.
Oh, because it's about UFOs and
Yeah.
all sorts of weirdness.
Yeah, and he dogs Reagan and Agnew.
Yeah.
Spiro Agnew in that one.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the farmer tries to sell him the meteor for like 17 million.
Yeah.
I can't remember anything about Spiro T. Agnew except for his phrase, "the nattering nabobs of negativism."
What?
That's a great alliteration, but
He was probably talking about John Fogerty. Since
I don't
he
know,
mentioned him
but,
in that song.
that's a very pithy alliteration. For
Oh,
the former
oh.
vice president.
Okay, now one of my sayings like that I love, it's by Ian Pace from Deep Purple, or John Lord, I'm not sure which one. But on the song Perfect Strangers, when he says, I'm a
Deep
cunning
Purple.
common linguist, a Deep Purple, I'm a cunning common linguist, a master of many tongues. I just love that.
So being able to pronounce that correctly.
Yes.
Right after that would
And
be-
oh my God, and like to sing that, and put that in a verse, that's that's creative. Okay, Mark, you're number 4.
And nowadays that would not be allowed.
Oh, God forbid, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it would, but there would have to be that like sticker on front of the CD.
Yep. Warning.
Yeah. Oh my God. Sexual. Please, Mark, you're number 4.
For my number 4 choice, I have chosen Down on the Corner.
I think that's the first
I
time
like
that
the lyrics a
anybody's
lot in that
mentioned that.
song. They're iconic now.
Yes.
Yes, I love that song.
Yeah, and Mark, that's the first time that that's been mentioned.
It's one of my runners up. That's a great song.
It won't be the only time.
That was one of my
Oh,
below
okay.
12 songs.
Yeah.
I got a feeling it won't be the last.
No, it won't.
Addie, you're number 4, honey.
My number 4 is
Right on.
looking out my back door.
Okay, and you see what Bopak says in the right chat about my cunning linguists.
I am ignoring.
Alrighty. So my number 4 was 2 minutes and 8 seconds of glory, traveling band. It's for all the reasons that have already been mentioned.
Right.
737 coming out of the sky.
And that's all it
Great.
was, Chris, was 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
excellent.
I know
Yes.
that it was really short.
2 minutes and 8 seconds, like, in my notes. And but no, it starts off with that great riff about
Oh, yeah.
the 737 coming out
Coming out of the sky, gonna take you back to Memphis on a midnight ride. I want to.
Cruise. Yeah, I mean, it just bam, hits
And
you.
I think that was the first year that 737s actually became a jet as well.
Okay, see, that's why you're the historian. So go, historian. You're number 4.
My number 4, I love a good instrumental, so I'm going to put down Side of the Road from Willie and the Poor Boys.
Yeah, and that's the first time that's been mentioned.
Yes, probably the last.
Yeah, because I didn't pick it.
It is a good song, though. It's a great instrument, and it's one of their longer songs.
Yeah, because that's probably their only instrumental, I think.
I think they have one or two
I think they
others.
had one, not Effigy, the one before that.
They have like 2 or 3. They didn't have. Usually they had somebody singing. So not usually. Somebody was
Okay.
John Fogerty. So.
My number 4 is the before mentioned "Take Me Home to Green River," and I remember when I was driving out west somewhere. There's a town in Utah called Green River.
hmm Well, there's also the famous Green River murders up in, I think this was Washington State.
Yes.
Sadly, if I think of the term Green River, I tend to think of the murder, the serial killer. But
Hello, Mr. Colt 49ers. Nice to see you. I had the pleasure of being on panel with Colt 49ers. When was it? Last night, the night before, I'm not sure. And don't like that. Hello, how are you? Nice to see everybody coming in.
Nice to meet you.
Mark, you're number 3.
Mark, can you hear us?
Mark,
I'd
you're
like
number
to
3.
tell the story of up here in Ontario, where we have a Green River,
Mhm.
and the Green River meets the Yellow River. And I'd like to think that it produces the Blue River, but it doesn't.
Well, I mean, how
Well,
many
for my
people know
number three,
Ontario?
I have chosen
Oh,
Bad Moon Rising.
okay.
There we go.
I mean, Ontario, you probably could have said Blue River and gotten away with it because probably nobody knows that. Because I would have
I know.
believed you.
I know. But I figured I got away with most of that story anyways, so I didn't want to push my luck.
Okay.
Addie, you're number 3.
My number 3 is Susie Q.
Susie
All right,
Q.
there we go.
Okay, let me see. We have a couple of people in the
Yep.
right chat. Mr. Colt 49ers, what would your favorite CCR song be? If you're still there.
Hey, don't like that. Good to see you.
I think Don't Like That is going to be back. Rita, your favorite CCR song would be what, dear?
Quiet chatters today.
Huh?
Rita's on chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see.
Well, we'll wait until they decide to come up with something. So where are we? Number
3?
yes, Chris, you're number 3.
Okay, my number. Well, Addie gave her number 3, so now it's
Yeah.
mine. Yeah. I'm going to go with the Midnight Special. I mean, the song is a traditional blues song. No one knows who wrote it. It went so far back. It's been covered by so many artists. But no, you think about it, it's hard to get more blues than you're an inmate in prison and you see a train go by and you keep wishing you could sneak out of that prison and hop on that train and be, 800 miles north before anybody knows you're gone.
Oh,
So,
yeah. Okay, and so Rita says, wrote a song for everyone as one of her favorites. And we are blessed by the appearance of Hot Mess Missy. And let's see what she made for dinner. What'd you make for dinner there, Hot Mess? Because we're already up to our number 3 songs. So, Hot Mess, what's your favorite CCR song? Nothing. Yeah, that's one of my favorite as well. Jen, you're number 3.
My number 3 is going to be Penthouse Popper.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean, that is
that's
a really kick-butt blues song.
yes.
It is the best blues song, I think. I like that blues style, I'll say. I like when someone sings the lyrics and then there's a little guitar lick and
Yeah, call and response.
a little call and response, going on, and I love that.
And so Hot Mess says she had Tylenol for dinner, so maybe she has a headache again. Okay, my number 3 is the before mentioned 2 minute and 8 second song, Traveling Band.
Yeah.
See, like I said, that's why I like going last, because I don't have to say shit. Mark, you're number 2.
Number 2, now, I don't want to be accused of choosing this song because of its place. Because over the years, it's been played by everyone and a lot on the radio. But I really think that back in the time when this song came out, it was ahead of its time. I don't want to say ahead of its time, but maybe really well written. The lyrics were well written, and I have chosen for number 2, Proud Mary.
Okay,
Very
that's a good choice of songs.
That's a fun song. It's even better when Tina Turner dances to it, though.
Yeah.
That little cha-cha dance of hers.
Okay, Addie, you're number 2.
I don't know.
Have
I
you
really
ever
like the CCR version. I really dig John Fogerty sing.
Oh yeah, I
It's
like
great.
it too.
Yeah, I like that song very much. So we're at number 2 with Eddie. Oh no.
have you ever seen the rain? And
Mhm.
especially because I heard my one child listening to that song and I thought, wow, they're going old school music.
You're gonna
And
have to speak up a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah,
okay, is
There you
this
go.
better?
That's
a little
better.
bit. I
Yeah,
just don't
have you ever seen the rain was is my number 2 because
Yeah.
a kid of mine, I heard him listening to it and I thought, wow, old music is still relevant and it made me appreciate the time I grew up in the music. This was back in the 80s when all there was a bunch of bullshit music going on. But I just thought it was very cool and I remember that song because of hearing my kid listening to it.
Well, it's great to be able to go into the past and pick out these great songs. I mean, we're still listening to Johann Sebastian Bach 300 years later. So I think there's a
Hmm.
a great if someone's created great music, it can go on and on and on and on. I
Yeah.
mean,
Very true. Looney Tunes, I taught my kids about classical music
oh yeah, that's
because
how we all.
they played that on cartoons.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And,
Great music and no copyrights to worry about.
yeah.
Exactly.
There's actually a. Oh, sorry.
No, no, go, Mark, go.
There's a story that goes with this song that John Fogerty likes to tell, and he says that he wrote it. It's his first song he wrote as soon as he got home from Woodstock.
Really. He still had some brain cells left. I guess he was glad to be home though, right?
Well, it's the
Unlike a
storms
lot
were
of people,
brewing.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the storms are brewing within the band too, and so the mention of the rain, I think, alludes to the tension in the band and how they had all these hits and they were making money and they should just be happy as can be, but it was tough because I mean John Fogerty was like the leader slash dictator of the band. He was the singer, the songwriter, the arranger, and his brother Tom and others within the band were trying to get more creative control, and it all came to a head, and they all went their separate ways. But it was he basically John Fogerty wrote the hits. He had the power in the band. The other bandmates were kind of resentful of that, and then that was the rain was the tension and the discord.
Well, he wrote most of the songs up
Yeah.
until the last 2 albums.
Right.
Yeah.
And he wrote hits. I mean, when a band member in a band writes the hits, they get more power
Mhm.
in the band, like with Styx, with who was the keyboardist?
Chuck Panazzo or Panazio or what's his
Right.
name?
Oh, Sticks,
Yeah.
Dennis DeYoung.
Dennis
Tommy
DeYoung.
Chuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Dennis.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
no,
And
yeah.
Chuck died. He's a drummer.
And Dennis DeYoung, he was writing these. He wrote hit songs, but the rest of the band members were going, "I can't write a rock and roll song about a robot. This is crazy." But that's what happens. When you write more hits, you get more power. The other band members get jealous, and so it's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so Don't Like That says that Loverboy is in concerts. Now, there's a band that you don't hear about anymore. Oh, Loverboy?
You know who I thought I'd never hear about for a while, and I saw that they played a gig last night? Your favorite band, Motley Crue. Vince Neil is back on stage again, drunk again.
And I
It's just
swear to
not
God, and I swear to God, don't like talking bad about musicians,
I
but
know.
he is just fat and talentless now.
Yeah.
He did have talent. I don't know what happened to it.
And you shouldn't have your fans spending money on that. I mean, that's your
Who are we
job.
talking about?
If you can't do like
Well,
2 hours of
we're now we're on a
job,
segue
yeah.
about the lead singer of Motley Crue, Vince Neil. Well, Vince Neil had the ignominy of being on the top of VH1's
Oh,
least metal moment of all time. And the least metal moment of all time was Vince Neil being on a stage doing the chicken dance. That was considered the absolute nadir of metal.
The
Was Vince
chicken dance.
Neil going?
And that just adds to my list of dislikes about Motley Crue. So,
Didn't he once have a TV show called Rock of Love or something like that?
no, that wasn't Vince Neil. That was I think um guy from Poison.
Okay. They all look alike.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much, pretty
Big
much.
hair.
Brett Michaels.
Brett Michaels, yes,
Michaels,
Yep,
yes.
that was it.
Okay, Chris, you're number 2.
My number 2, already mentioned, but higher on my list. Fortunate Son. It's a classic anti-war protest song of its era, and still timely. I mean,
Oh yes.
What
Okay.
is this? Number 1?
No,
number
no,
2.
number
Oh,
2.
number
See?
So you're number 2.
Down on the Corner. I loved this song as a kid. So when this came out, I was listening to it, and I must have been 2 or 3, and dancing around. I remember it clearly at my grandmother's house.
Okay, and so Bopak wants to know if we're going to do a solo John Fogerty. He really didn't have that many solo albums, did he? He had Center Field and what other ones?
Yeah, I don't know if he had enough to justify, but
Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any singles, solos.
I'm trying to think because I do have a John Fogerty live CD, but it's like a lot of his stuff and mostly Credence songs.
Yeah.
So, my number two. I don't think anybody's mentioned this one. Oh no! Oh, Chris did. It was Chris's number 12. Sweet Hitchhiker.
great song. What was the restaurant mentioned in the song? The Greasy King or the Greasy?
I think it was the Hot Mess Missy Bar and Grill. I think that was the name of it.
I think you're right.
Okay.
I think you're right. Now, actually, John Fogerty did 10 albums
10.
by
Wow.
himself up until 2020.
Wow.
So yeah, that's
Busy creating.
And so Bopak says, I have his self-titled album, and it's not fantastic. Oh.
Okay,
Well, some of the other ones
the
might
lyric I was thinking of was Sweet Hitchhiker, we could make music at the Greasy King. Sweet Hitchhiker, won't you ride on my fast machine? We kind of know what he's talking about. You know?
A motorcycle.
sure.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what the kids are calling it these days.
Yeah.
What else could it be?
Yeah, he was pretty much John the Fornicator in that song. You know?
Well, and then side note on Down on the Corner that I'd written down, just to go back a little bit. He saw an ad for Winnie the Pooh in a newspaper, and he thought of Pooh Boys. He's a big Winnie the Pooh fan today, even. And he thought of Pooh Boys came to mind, and then he made up this fictitious band, and it evolved into Willie and the Poor Boys.
Oh, okay. Hot Mess Missy, and I was making a comment about how you ran a restaurant. That's what I was making a comment on. Okay, Mark, your final pick of the evening. Number 1 would be what, sir?
feeling I'm not alone in this choice. Fortunate Son.
Oh, what was
Fortunate
that?
Son. Well, that was Fortunate Son, right?
Oh, Fortunate Son.
Yeah. I mean, that was
Fortunate
that was
Son.
my
Okay.
that was one of my contenders for number
No,
one. So
Fortunate
yeah,
Son.
it's a great song. I mean,
Okay. Addie, your number one song, dear, would be.
My number one song is I Put a Spell on You, and that is tied with Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. There's something about that song that I just. Mm.
Do you like just their version, or do you
Nice.
like every version? Do you like Nina Simone and
I
like
actually only like the CCR one.
really?
yeah.
Yep.
Wow, not Nina Simone at all.
No, not really.
Or the Marilyn Manson version.
No accounting for taste, and I have no taste.
Okay. Chris, your number one.
I decided to give the nod to the song that connects back to Mark Twain. It brings the myth of the rambling man and life along the Mississippi into the 1960s. Proud Mary.
Okay.
And it was a great song when they recorded it. It was an amazing cover from Ike and Tina. It just kind of, to me, kind of crystallizes the essence of the band in one song.
Yeah.
Just a wonderful song.
Jen, and did you see what Hot Mess Missy wrote?
Yes, I did. I was responding to
Nina
her, actually.
Simone. Okay.
Yeah, because you get her messages sooner than we do. We get a delay.
I have never heard of Nina Simone.
Oh, you've never heard of her as an artist?
No.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
goodness, you need to listen.
Listen
Nina.
to her. In fact, I'm writing this to Missy.
Oh, really?
Listen to her "Wild as the Wind"
Wow.
cover.
Well,
That will give you goosebumps. It will give you goosebumps.
the song "Sea Lion Woman" is a great song as well.
Hmm.
It just has this great minimalist groove to it, and you know,
No,
there's a
I've never
drum
heard of
flute
Nina
in her
Simone.
voice, and it opens up. Yeah, Nina Simone.
I've heard of
Great.
Wendy O. Williams. I know who she is.
You know, this is
No, she
Oh.
died in. Nina died in
Different.
2003. She was born in 1933.
And I've heard of Nina Hagen.
Yeah, no, nothing like
This
Nina.
artist predates.
Nothing like Nina. Nobody's like Nina. I love her, by the way.
Yeah, Nina Simone. Great, very fascinating life and wonderful music. Check it out.
You know who's good friends with Nina Hagen? Hagen is like the Chancellor Angela Merkel and Nina Hagen were good friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because she's German.
Yeah, they're German, but they're also friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
You know, I would
Jen.
have thunk it.
Jen,
Yeah.
what's your number one?
Number one.
My number one's Fortunate Son. I'm right there with Mark.
And you know what?
Absolutely.
I haven't said Fortunate Son either. So I guess that's my number one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
And I think that was directed at Eisenhower's son.
really. Yeah,
Well-
I never thought it was directed at a specific person. That's interesting.
Yeah, but yeah.
Well, yeah,
Kinda,
and that was a very, very polarizing song because it was such a protest song.
Yeah.
That-
If you had money, your kids didn't have to serve.
Right.
If
Right.
you had money and power, your kids were fine.
Rich man's war, poor man's fight. You know,
Yep.
it kind of captures that song. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nina Simone. I swear to God, and I'm not making this up. I have never heard of Nina Simone.
Pull
So
up the
I will have to
Wikipedia
look her-
article. Pull
Okay.
up some of. It's good chilling music. It's just
Yeah.
great stuff.
I have another artist for you to check out. Did I send you that French music video with the guy?
Yes,
In the race
yes,
car?
yeah.
So, you know the lady that slipped in the passenger seat with him? Her name is Gail Ann Dorsey. She's an American bassist. And she worked on the David Bowie album. She did all the writing for she played bass on dun, 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 Under Pressure.
Oh yeah, that song.
Yeah, so that's her bass line.
Oh really?
Yeah, but she was on the Bowie album. She's worked with numerous artists, and she's actually touring with uh, Matthew Shadid in France this year.
Yeah.
Uh, in concert.
And you know, it's amazing how many women are bass players.
Yeah,
Because Tina Weymouth from the Talking Heads,
yeah.
a lot of them. And so, Miss Addie had the knowledge to pick 4 honorable mentions. If you would like to lay them upon us, dear, your 4 honorable mentions were what?
I already mentioned Down on the Corner,
Right.
Long as I Can See the Light,
Okay.
and I fucking forgot the other 2.
Oh, what about
Bad Moon Rising
Oh,
was one of them, and I didn't put in my number 16. Or forget it.
okay. What about that song? Have you ever seen Lorraine? Oh, because Mark was the only one who picked that one.
Well, I fucking hate Lorraine, and she avoids me, and I avoid her.
I like
there you
East
go.
Lorraine. She's all right.
Okay, so don't
She's a
like
little
that.
cheesy.
So don't like that. Says CCR did a song called Molina, and most never heard of it. Molina, I've heard of it. Yes, I don't think I've heard the song, but I know of it.
I've never heard the song.
Yeah.
This is why I love being with you guys, because I learn so much.
Well, Mark's got to go on his channel and tell the story of Lorraine.
Yes.
Now you have material, Mark.
Have you
wanna
ever
know.
seen Lorraine?
And there's the bathroom on the right.
And does any?
Somebody would sing that lyric badly, intentionally, as a goof in concert. Because so many people misheard, there's a bad moon on the rise, for there's a bathroom on the right.
Okay, okay, hot mess, Missy. Yes, and I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, Missy. But it's always a pleasure to have you on my channel. I like having you because you always have some entertaining and witty things to say. So hope you're feeling better.
Yes.
Does anybody else have any honorable mentions that they would like to?
In my top 4 runner-ups were all songs mentioned in that other folks' list. Green River, Lodi, Down on the Corner, and Run Through the Jungle. I mean, and I could even add Good Golly Miss Molly, Someday Never Comes, Commotion.
I was thinking of Commotion and Someday Never Comes too,
Mhm.
because if we were going to do 14, those would have been on my list.
Mhm.
But
This is so many great pop tunes.
yeah. And like what was good about CCR is like they would put very good songs on the B side of their 45s. You know, they just didn't throw out, you know, some crappy song. Yes, and so Don't Like That says Sweet Hitchhiker. Yes, that was my number 2.
That was my 12. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
They really wrote some great songs. Like,
Mhm.
for the little time they were a group.
And what was it, 5 years, I think, guys?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
about that.
68.
Yeah, and decades later, their songs are still relevant.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if we quit fighting wars, that would help.
Don't get me started on that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Every new decade has to have its wars, but we are upside down with the whole war thing. I mean, I never expected Russia to invade Ukraine. I just thought, why? I mean, they
But
already.
he did not do it when Angela Merkel was in office, because she would have kicked his butt.
It was.
I actually watched a YouTuber who did a stream with Ukrainians. It was a guy from Australia, but to hear how these people in Ukraine think and what they're dealing with, it was like, I don't know. I
Well, just think of
just
all the
am,
Russians that are living there.
I'm
Well,
And what they're
glad.
dealing with too. I mean, that's crazy. Where do they go?
well, so many Russian citizens, they don't want anything to do with Putin's war.
No,
The war of
Russians,
Putin's ego.
most Russians don't, but they
Yeah.
don't have to deal with what Ukrainians have to deal
Right, they're not
with.
getting shelled. But
Yeah,
they're
bombs and missiles and
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Well, now,
I'm just
man,
saying,
I mean, Bimbo,
I'm
what do you think?
happy as an American. I've never had to deal with going to sleep at night fearing
Right.
about
about
air raids
a bomb
Right.
or
or
having to or becoming a refugee and just having to
Terrifying.
split.
exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
your home being
And
gone. Everything
and-
you've worked and lived for.
and so back to the songs. Well, Don't Like That says Sinister Purpose. Okay, I was the only one who mentioned that, and that was my
Yes.
that was my number 10. And Rita says Rhoda's song. Somebody did mention that. Jen, did you mention Rhoda's song? Somebody did. I don't think you had it on your list. But yeah, oh yes, Rita, but that's a good song. So, well, I had a doctor appointment this morning at 8:15, so I had to I had to get up early. And
I pulled a 2 a.m.
you had a
Is that
doctor
right?
appointment at 2 a.m.
Well, no, I got up
Oh.
at 2 a.m.
Oh, I
You
thought
went
you
to
had a
sleep
doctor
on it.
appointment at 2 a.m. Oh,
Yeah, but I went out to celebrate my birthday with my girlfriend yesterday.
Oh,
And-
happy birthday!
It was a month ago, but yeah, thanks.
Oh, okay. Belated
But, you know,
happy birthday.
COVID, life. So we went out to
And-
celebrate. I had lunch and I came home and I was going to make him dinner and I couldn't keep my eyes open, so I just went to bed.
and so Don't Like That said Cotton Fields. Addie had
Yeah.
that number. Addie had that
Yeah.
as her number 11, and she was the only one to mention that.
Yeah, I liked it. It would have been on my honorable mention for sure.
Came Out of the Sky, Don't Like That. I said that. That was my number 5. And I like that song just because, like I said, I thought that Bad Moon Rising was about werewolves. When I was a kid, I thought that It Came Out of the Sky was about like aliens and UFOs and stuff. You know, 'cause that's just the way that I think of things.
I always love to say, release the hounds.
Oh, what movie is that from? It's from a couple of movies, but there's one that, Addie, when you said it, the movie picture just popped in my head. Release the Hounds. I'm trying to think.
It was a comedy. Release the Hounds. It was a Mel Brooks, wasn't it?
It was from a
Something?
book, and I don't remember the name of the book. I only remember release the hounds.
Yeah.
I just-
I'm
Yeah.
drawing a blank.
Well, that would have been probably a Disney.
We have
thing,
reached a
because
Wikipedia
million
moment.
times. But I think he actually went.
Because I know there's a new well, it's not new, it's a couple years old, but it's Cruella, which is such a good movie. If you ever get like Disney Plus, just watch it just for that movie, Cruella, because she releases the hounds.
Apparently, it was on
Originally from
Simpsons.
1001 Dalmatians or 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, something
Well,
like.
One interesting tidbit about Cruella de Vil is she's one of the few female villains from Disney that didn't have a superpower. She was just a really mean bitch.
Right.
And so it was the power of her anger and viciousness that made her
That's
effective.
That's why you have to watch the movie. It's just classic because I think it's Emma Thompson who plays Cruella. She's just
She nailed the role. She did it
she's like crazy insane, but sort of like myself, manageable, crazy and insane.
right. Channels it.
Right.
There we go.
Yes. Yes. Okay, guys. Well, we had a wonderful show. We're at an hour and a half. I want to thank my cohorts in crime, Miss Addie, Mr. Mark, everybody in the right side, Bopak, you, sir. You're always a pleasure when you're on my panel. Don't like that. Rita, everybody else who was on, thank you very much. Let me see who else. Hot Mess. I hope she feels better. And that poor girl. She always seems to get like migraines and stuff.
Yeah, that's sad. I can't imagine.
It's tough. You're out of commission. You really just have to go home, take an Intertrax, turn the lights off, turn the AC up in your room, and just wait for the brainstorm to pass.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you. Next week is not an official College of Knowledge rock show. It will be co-hosted by the one and only Chris Bliss. We're going to do a show on punk rock music.
That's going to be a great show.
Very good.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, because whenever you think of punk, well, I don't want to call myself a punk, but think of me whenever you think of punk.
Sex Pistols, Ramones. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't
Son
know
of
much
bands.
about punk, but I will be happy to learn.
The Clash, the Stranglers, the Offspring, the Dead
Urinals.
Boys,
Dead Kennedys.
Dead Kennedys, yes, with Jello Biafra.
New York Dolls?
New York Dolls are like kind of glammy punk, but yes, Eddie, yes, the New York Dolls.
Sid Vicious.
Actually, Sid Vicious. This is a true story, and I know quite a bit about the Sex Pistols. Sid Vicious did not know how to play bass guitar. Their original guitarist, Glenn Matlock, quit 2 weeks before the release of Nevermind the Bollocks. So they needed a bass guitarist,
Wow.
and Sid Vicious looked enough like a punk.
That's wild.
Okay, because he did not know how to play a note. The
Kind
drummer,
of like Ian Anderson with the flute, right?
yeah. So,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
and
And let's not forget Black Fat Flag, right?
Black Flag, with Henry Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Angry Hank.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
love
love
Angry
him.
Hank.
I remember that guy.
Oh, Henry Rollins, yeah.
Whew, he's hot. He is
I'm
hot.
going to learn a lot next time.
And
He's great to see in spoken word concerts.
oh
too.
my God, yes. And I was just going to mention that.
We've seen him doing spoken word.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, twice
Yeah.
we've seen him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he usually would come through Atlanta in February to do those.
Mhm.
But
And he just always seems like he's just always angry at something.
he's funny.
He's intense.
He's a
Oh, yeah.
pussycat.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pussycat.
He's
Yeah.
just really intense, more than
Yeah.
angry, but
Yeah.
great
And the
stuff.
shots for Sheryl Crow. That was a funny story.
Mhm.
He was
Well-
a fangirl.
He's a vegetarian,
Fangirl.
and
A bad fangirl of Sheryl Crow.
he once described was it falafel or tabbouleh? No, I think it was falafel as sex in a bowl. And he really liked, he
Tabbouleh, yeah.
he went to Israel and did a spoken word performance. And he used that line, but
And you know who else? Yeah.
interest.
And you know who else I like? He's more of a comedian, but he's a comedian, but he's also done a lot of decent movies. Is Dennis Leary?
Yeah.
Dennis Leary. I am an asshole. That is one
I
of
love
my
that song.
favorite
I love that
songs.
song.
Yup.
And Jen, oh, and okay, because you guys have seen that video, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
he was great. And if you like Dennis Leary, you'll definitely want to check into the artist that he stole from. Dennis Leary stole from Bill,
Hartman.
not Bill Hartman, Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks.
Bill Hicks was a comedian. He died pretty young, but all the material off of No Cure for Cancer,
Right. Okay.
it was lifted off of Bill Hicks's earlier
really?
material.
Yeah, he
Well,
plagiarized it.
He
basically.
plagiarized it. He gave it kind of a New York edge, and I like it. I discovered Bill Hicks through Dennis Leary copying his
Wow.
material.
Oh, okay.
But-
Okay, because Bohawk. Oh, Bohawk.
Here we
Bohawk.
go.
Oh, okay, Bohawk says he likes Bill Hicks.
Yeah, new
Bohawk.
name, but
if you do a YouTube search for Dennis Leary versus Bill Hicks,
Okay.
you'll come up with videos that compare and contrast, and you can see the straight lifting. He didn't just lift Bill Hicks's lines; he lifted like a persona, and he just stole too much.
Well, that's like Rodney Dangerfield lifted a lot of his stuff from Henny Youngman.
oh yeah, definitely.
Now, lifting a line or two is time-honored tradition in comedian circles.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
but you don't steal an entire set list. I mean,
Oh, Rodney did. He stole right from Henny Youngman. You know, the whole thing
Yeah.
about well, I went to the doctor and whatever.
Or
And he
take
said,
my wife, please take my wife. That was Annie Youngman, definitely.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is why I sit outside the College of Knowledge waiting for it to open and learn.
Well, I got to tell you, did you ever see the Henry Rollins outside the box or talking the box, where he talked about working in the pet shop
No.
and the woman
I
coming in with the
think I
bunny?
may have.
She had the bunny. He sold her the rabbit, and she came in with her kids and like bun sick, you know.
Well,
I
the
do
only
remember
And so
someone-
he fed it. He took the rabbit that was sick and fed it to the python. The woman
Aw.
comes back in with her kids. They're crying, and she's like, "We want our bun back," you know.
I've
So
never
now
seen
Chris
that.
and I call each other Bun because of that. I actually have a painting. It looks like Henry Rollins, and he's holding a dead rabbit. And I got it for him for his birthday one year.
And that reminds me of the Monty Python skit with the dead parrot. And and so then he says, "Oh, this parrot is dead. It's deceased. It is no more." "Oh, no, he's just quiet." He says, "You've got his bloody feet nailed to the..."
he's not pining for the fjords; he's pushing up daisies.
Pining for the fjords.
I watched every episode.
So have I.
Of Monty Python's Flying
So have I.
Circus 10 times.
So have I.
Yeah.
My and one of my favorite skits they did is with the Spanish Inquisition. The Inquisition.
Yeah.
There are 3 forms of torture.
Yeah. Everybody thinks it's cute that when we call each other Bun, and we just kind of snicker under our breath.
Bun.
If they
Okay.
only knew.
Okay, so the next time that I write you something, I'll have to put to Mr. and Mrs. Bun and
That's
see
There you go.
and see if you get the mail to says, and the post person will say, "Who the hell is Bun?"
Oh, it's at this address. We'll just put it in the box.
Bopak says, "Have you ever seen Father Ted?"
Yes,
Yes.
I love Father Ted.
Who's
I
Father
hate that
Ted?
he died.
Who's Father Ted?
No, you'll love it.
It's an
free.
Irish TV series
Yeah, it's
from the 90s or early or late 80s.
yeah, it's free on YouTube.
Yeah, Father Ted.
It is free on YouTube.
It is good. It's a very good series.
You'll love it.
And there was another really funny British show about these 3 incredibly slack guys they shared a room, and they were just such miscreants. Trying to think of it.
80's running away. Good night, all.
Oh, good night, Miss Addie.
Nighty-nighty.
Good night, Addie. We'll see you later.
Yeah, well, I can't think of the name of the show. Oh, well, anyway, I'm tired, guys.
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
it's been a long day. I'm going to call you after, though.
Okay.
Yeah, and I apologize to everyone for being late today. So
Well, I mean,
I had a lot to get done.
there we go. Mr. Chris Bliss has come up with the correct answer. It's called The Young Ones.
Oh, yes.
Oh, see, that's why we love you, Chris, among other reasons. I mean,
Oh.
Chris, your last show was fabulous, by the way. I really enjoyed it.
The Young Ones, yeah. And then there's one episode where one of the guys, Nigel, I think his name is, and he like tries to hang himself, but like the rope is too long, so he's just standing there on the table with this long rope, and he's saying, "I think I misjudged something." It's just yikes. So
Hard humor.
okay, Chris. So like I already forewarned everybody about next week's show about punk. So let's make it happen.
I can't wait to see Chris and you do that show. That's going to be fun. That's
Well-
going to be a great time.
Yes, well, and I'm sure that we'll get Miss Honeybunch up here to add to some of the shenanigans.
Yeah, hopefully she's not working.
Yeah. So, okay, guys. Bopak, Chris, everybody,
All right, see you later.
Alrighty.
good night.
Alligator. Enjoyed the swamp rock.
Yes.
Yep.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.